special episode of the Xbox Hall of Gamers podcast. We are doing the showcase wrap-up for 2026 for Summer Games Fest, the Xbox showcase, and there's some PlayStation stuff in there as well, but we'll go through that pretty quickly, along with some interesting news and a few other bits and pieces. Because it's such a special, week of news, we're just going to do the news, so we'll come back to what we've been playing next week. But as always, I'm joined by my wonderful co-hosts, Keo.
Hello, everyone.
And Cameron.
Hello.
Woo! All right.
Sorry, more energy.
Yeah, no, that's
More
good.
passion.
More passion, more energy, more fitness. No, I know the memes. How you guys doing? How you been? What's the feeling? Did you guys? I'm assuming you guys watched the showcases, or you at least have read the news and kind of got the deal.
Yeah, I think I told you what I was doing, and then you forgot. I went and got my snacks.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up at 3:05.
So you
did not go off.
You missed the start. Yep.
Oh, really?
My natural body clock just went, no, you can't miss this. So I woke up 5 minutes late.
Yep. Mine woke me up 30 minutes early before my alarm even went off. So I was like, man, fuck, okay. All right, I guess I'm super excited, quote unquote, to be there. And then I went to work straight afterwards. That was a long fucking day. Keo, how about you? You've been catching up on the stuff?
Yeah, I've seen the main Summer Game Fest, the Xbox One. Got halfway through the PlayStation One because I can't stand that guy that's just smiley all the time and just looks like he's not even real. Half the time, I don't even know his name, but he does this show every single time, and just a fake smile to me. I don't know. He gets me.
Corporate smilers. Yep. All right. Well, as always, we do the show live on Twitch. Xbox Hall of Gamers is a place to go. Come say hi, hang out in the chat, usual business. Let's just jump straight into it. I mean, we'll start with the state of play, the PlayStation Showcase, because that was the first one this week. They had 20 games to show off. Again, a lot of stuff probably won't be coming to Xbox. There was a little bit of third-party stuff in there. But I think maybe we'll just quickly touch on Wolverine. Got an extended gameplay look that looked like a sort of level. Looks very Uncharted. I don't know. Yeah. It looks good. I like the idea, and it's got, stealth kills and a lot of melee combat stuff and regeneration, a lot of gore.
I think the most exciting thing about that game is the gameplay loop of actually having to be aggressive to regenerate health.
It has to be, right? So, and also I like how he can, swipe through metal, but then it takes a few good hits to get, anybody chopped to bits, right? So, so it needs to be more metal. That's all I'm saying. So,
it looks very cinematic, it literally had a jumping from truck to truck kind of convoy level, like something straight out of Uncharted, basically.
That kind of threw me a little bit, though, because it seemed like it had the weird video game transition thing, where it's like it would be to jump across from one vehicle to another, but it was like a weird animation where it was too slow, and then it just had that ultra fastness to it. So I don't know. I'm not super keen on that, but game looks great though.
Yeah, we'll get Jake to play it and let us know how it is. And that's slated for September, which is probably a term you're going to be hearing a lot in this episode. They showed off the Knights of Doom for Marvel ToeCon. They showed off Rayman Legends as getting a remaster or a full remake. It looks like, which again it's this is the 2013 platformer, which makes me feel old as fuck because I still remember playing that game. I was like, this seems way too new for a remake. What are they doing? It was a long time ago. And apparently and so apparently Origins is getting a remake as well, or because Origins levels are in there, they're also doing that at the same time.
It's super weird. They could have just done I don't know, the one or something.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, whatever.
It's not Legend retold, it's Legends retold.
Yeah.
So
sure. I mean, Rayman's great. It's been way too long since we've had one of those. Going back to one of the old ones, maybe lay some of the groundwork for them doing another. There was a rumor that they're working on another, but
yeah. Well, hopefully this remake is just the the like 3D engines and the talking and all that kind of stuff is building to that, right? It's like it's laying the foundation for like using that for going forward.
Exactly, they build the engine, yeah, for sure.
So yeah.
Hey Dan, thanks for joining. Dave the Diver's getting a spin-off, like not a DLC, but actually like a whole new game, which is I guess just focused on the cooking side of things. I don't know. I didn't actually play Dave the Diver. I heard it was good. People seem to like it quite a bit. We've got Kimuri, which is the Imiku Nakamura, who was the woman who worked on Ghostwire Tokyo. She was the super cute one. Was it Tango Gameworks back then? I think she came out on stage and everyone loved her and did fan art of her and stuff. So she left. She left and did her own game and she did the cute little thing at the presentation. And so this is a very stylized 3-person. They didn't really talk about the format too much, but it looks like sort of a character action game, but with co-op. And you fight like yokai and stuff, and you've got to detect them and run around a city. It looks very, like stylistically, looks very like Sunset Overdrive style, kind of like very cell shaded, like oozing with style. Yeah, definitely keen on that.
Yeah.
They showed off Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, which was one that was supposed to come out this year, but has now been delayed to 2027, which is, again, another thing you're going to be hearing a lot of. So this was the remake of the first game, and I saw someone did a like shot-for-shot of the trailer to what the original game would have looked like, using like de-resing it back to the PS1 days, and it's pretty impressive. Looks cool. Again, it's just kind of a remake of the first game. I'm definitely keen. They seem to get it right, though.
Yeah, they've got collector's editions up for that thing now too, right?
Yep.
So it looks pretty neat. I don't know how big it is, but it's like the T-Rex head, and Lara's like swinging through the head.
Yeah.
So it must be a pretty big statue.
Yeah, probably
that
actually.
they built for it. So.
Yeah, definitely keen on that one. Annapurna shot off another dinosaur game, dinosaur survival horror called The Lost Wild. Which is not a Jurassic Park game, but also not another. There's a lot of dinosaur games happening at the moment. It's like dinosaurs and Eastern mythology is the theme of this conference. Looks cool. It's like a sort of survival horror, like sneak around, get away from dinosaurs. I mean, I like Annapurna. They've done good stuff, so I'm definitely keen to see what that is.
Yeah, it looks good though. Yeah.
Yeah. Phantom Blade Zero, they just shot off a bit more of that. The release date's moved out a little bit. I think it was supposed to be coming out August. I think it's now coming out. Oh, sorry, it was supposed to be coming September. Now it's October, so just a month. Dune Awakening is coming to PS5, and I believe I don't know if it's coming to Xbox and Xbox as well. Dynasty Warriors 3 is getting a PS5 remaster. Onimusha they showed off, and they got a date that's coming out September. Again, another September release. Silent Hill Townfall is also coming September. Very excited for that. I don't know if that one is multi-plat or if that's a timed exclusive. Because I know, again, like Silent Hill F wasn't, but Silent Hill 2 was. So I'm really curious about that because, again, this looks fantastic and I love Silent Hill. So I am definitely keen to see what's going on with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Ace Combat 8 is coming in September as well. This looks crazy. I haven't played an Ace Combat game in a long time. Not before even I had an Xbox. I played some of the old original ones.
PS5 Windows.
Okay, right. So they're doing timed exclusivity. That's annoying. Yeah. But it looks like it's doing, also October 2nd, but they have an early access version on the September 28th. They spend a lot of time on this talking about the story and like cinematics as opposed to you flying around in a jet. But okay, cool. I don't know. Have you guys played any of the Ace Combat games before?
I think it was
Game Pass.
The one for there was that one on Game Pass. I played a little bit.
There's one on Windows as well, right?
The Games for Windows one I did, which was Liberation or something.
I think it was like a spin-off, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I did a bit of that one. So yeah, they're good games.
Yeah. They showed off a new Stuntman, which is not a game I expected to ever see again. But this one has...
I'm so glad it did, though.
It looks really cool. Yeah, Stuntman Hollywood. So it has like movie stuff in it, like Back to the Future and Knight Rider and Fast and Furious. So they're like leaning
Yes.
into it heavily.
Something that I thought just died with THQ. That and they released that and Juice 2 at the same time,
Yeah.
like back to back,
Yeah, right.
and like, yeah, I feel like they were the last things that died. Like, but obviously not you draw though, right? That
No,
kind of
yeah,
died.
of course.
That was really noticeable from them. So, yeah.
Ill, a realistic first-person action horror game. It looks cool. It looks maybe a little generic. I don't know. I feel like it kind of got a generic name, kind of a generic style. I mean, like it looked like fidelity-wise, it looks really cool as like a horror game, like first-person, like not quite Scorn levels of like weird body horror stuff, but definitely some like fucked up, interesting stuff. But Ill is just the worst name you could pick for a game for your SEO. Like, come on, guys. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I feel like I was supposed to stand for something else or something, but ill is,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll definitely keen to hear more about it. We didn't really get any like release dates or anything. They're just kind of showing it off. Control Resonant.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Oh, yes.
yeah, well, I mean, that one just looks like it screams VR though, like really.
I can definitely see that.
So,
Yeah, it definitely has that like VR horror vibe to it for sure.
yeah.
I wonder if it has. Yeah, it might have PSVR support. You never know. Control Resonant. They showed off another trailer for that. We're getting a lot of content for this now because this is also a September release. Looks cool. It's set 7 years after the first game, and I'm really interested to see what goes on with that. There's some stuff around PS Plus that no one cares about. Until Dawn is getting a sequel. Like that again. That was not on my bingo card at all. It's not being made by Supermassive. It's made by Fire Sprite, so Liverpool-based studio. Looks cool. Neil Newborn, I think, is one of the characters in it. Asterion, for those who love Baldur's Gate 3 more than anything else. And then to close it out, they showed off the new God of War game, God of War Laufey, which they did like a 20-minute, like from the beginning of the game intro. And it looks cool. It looks great. I mean, fidelity-wise, it looks fucking incredible. Like, obviously, Santa Monica Studios, this is kind of what they've been working on in secret. Yeah, I mean, again, we'll probably never get to play it, unfortunately. But it does look fantastic. Deborah Ann Wolf reprising her role as Faye. And it looks like it's set in the kind of God afterlife. So, again, not even a spoiler, because obviously that is the very first thing you see in the God of War game, is that she's dead and that they are taking her ashes to the mountaintop is like the very first part of that game. And there's some like Egyptian mythology there, and looks like they're going to blend some stuff. And Huey from The Boys plays a gelatinous cube. So
Jack White.
Yeah, Jack White. Yeah, he
I didn't pick that up.
Yep, he voices the gelatinous cube in that game. So that's fun, I guess. There's some great behind the scenes stuff they've shown of him in a mocap suit, but with a big square around him to make sure they get the dimensions right. So yeah, I mean, it seems really, really cool. I'm sure it'll be like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 people are gonna love it, because that's just kind of how those games go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was meme worthy enough though, so there was a few things going about. So,
yeah, some people very upset that women are being depicted in video games, and you might even get to play as one. Like, how dare they? It's I always forget how just fucked up and misogynistic this industry is sometimes. Just when you like the communities out there, you're just like,
I can't fathom people not seeing Deborah Ann Wall as hot too.
Yeah, that's crazy to me, right?
It does not compute in my head.
Yeah, she's super attractive. Anyway, anyway.
It's just, yeah.
So that was the PlayStation conference. I know some people were a little bit disappointed, but I think the one big thing that feels like it was missing is Intergalactic. Naughty Dog's latest project. There's been nothing about that for quite a while, and given that Naughty Dog hasn't released a game this generation, that's maybe a little concerning. I don't know.
I mean, compared to their previous kind of state of play showcase, is this treated as a state of play or a showcase?
It's a state of play. I mean,
it's a state of play.
I think out of comparisons to other state of plays, this was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get to see God of War, new God of War game.
God of War.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff that's coming out soon. I mean, again, like God of War is obviously or the other bit is that they didn't put a date on that either, so not even like a 2027, 2028. So that could be quite a ways away. Sony's first party lineup is looking a little sparse.
I mean, this has been the case for how long now, though?
Yeah, well, this whole generation for them
It's
is
been a constant conversation.
Yeah. I mean, because they moved away from that kind of first party, like narrative based, over the shoulder God of War style game.
Yeah, and they've tried PC. They've tried. I mean, Spider-Man 2 wasn't as good as Spider-Man 1, and then like Yotai didn't hit as much as they wanted, I don't think.
And Yotai is really it's like that's the only sort of recent big first party release they've had, right? I mean, obviously Wolverine hopefully does really well for them because Insomniac do great work.
Oh yeah.
But
the PS4, the PS5 Pro is $1,400 now.
Oof.
So
yeah. So just be interesting to see what Sony have up their sleeves and if they have anything else. But again, this probably would have been the place to show some of that. So given that Intergalactic's quite far away, I mean, they showed off some Marathon stuff as well, I think. I guess we'll see where that goes. But then we move on to Summer Games Fest. So Jeff Keighley came out and did his show with Lucy James. And this was a pretty big show. There was a lot here. Opened with the most Resident Evil looking old woman I've ever seen in my entire life. Like watching this trailer originally, I was like, first of all, I was like, this is definitely the RE engine. I don't know if it's a Resident Evil game, but clearly it's something from Capcom because it has that distinctive look to it. And there's an old lady in France. I don't know if you guys watched this is Resident Evil Veronica, which is their remake of Code Veronica.
For context, we watched this together.
Yes.
We were in the Discord at the same time, and we were guessing. What was the other one we guessed?
Thought it might be
halfway through. Much became clear it was Resident Evil.
Yeah. I was trying to think what else it was. We were looking at. I thought it might have been like a Bloober theme thing or something because it was like very much like.
You mean like Alien Isolation? You would have guessed that, right?
No, you're definitely not that. No, it was too contemporary.
Like I kind of the medium. That's why.
Yeah, Bloober team. Exactly. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, that kind of like Layers of Fear kind of vibe where it's like doors and hotels and. But no, and then of course I missed the joke, but on the rewatch, the old lady when she's looking through the room and she's it looks like a boulder ran through here, and I was like, oh, of course, it's
I got that straight away.
Fucking
like,
Resident Evil, because it was Chris Redfield's room.
So
and it's the remake of Code Veronica. People are very excited for it. It looks fantastic, of course. Like again, Capcom just going bang after bang. That one's coming out next year, which actually seems pretty soon. I mean, like we just had Requiem this year, which is again a Game of the Year contender. So I mean, like great. I'd love to play more Resident Evil, and obviously they have it's not the same team doing all these games. They're kind of going back and forth. But Veronica is the one that people have been waiting for quite a while. And then what have they got left? I mean, they need to. I'm sure they'll remake 1 at some stage, right?
I think they're probably doing 6.
Well, they do 5 before they do 6, right?
Yeah, they're gonna do 5.
I don't know.
No one likes 6.
5 is a weird one, but I feel like they were gonna do 6. Like that was like another rumor.
I could see that. I mean,
so.
I don't know. 6 is such a weird one because, again, it was very divisive and almost like a lot of the time they just pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah. But if you think about the story in 5, though, it basically can exist outside of the main storyline, right?
I mean, that's true.
There's some stuff in there.
Well, there's stuff with Jill and Chris, but...
Yeah, exactly. But like, you could basically go from 4 to, not play 5 at all, I guess, if you really had
that's
to.
True. I suppose that's true, yeah.
Except you missed the Boulder jokes.
So. You do miss the... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the whole Boulder thing, right?
You'll be Boulders gated. So.
Okay, all right. Moving on.
Can we get Revelations remakes, yeah?
Oh, I don't.
Revelations.
They've done like remasters of them. I don't think they're not going to remake
Yeah,
those. I don't think.
I don't
Yeah.
think they need to be remade. So they can hit some more niche stuff. Everyone wants it's the right time to do an Outbreak remake though, right? So because
Maybe.
they're 4-player multiplayer games, 3-4 players, I think.
Yeah.
You can have, it existed before like multiplayer was common. They could totally do something with that series.
That's true.
And then do the Outbreak 3 that never released. So
Well, I mean, again, like
You
Grace's mother is one of the characters from Outbreak, so there is that as well. So I guess there is a bit of a tie-in. They could launch on that. Yeah, they are going to run out of things to remake pretty soon, though. Like, there's only so many Resident Evil games you can do.
that just means we're getting Dino Crisis.
Well, yeah,
And then the
that's
cycle just repeats again.
yeah, exactly. They go back and
start all over
remake
again.
2 again. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
We also had a surprise announcement from MDHR, who are the guys who make Cuphead, with a cute little puppet dude at a news desk, talking about how they're apparently working on another hand-drawn Cuphead sequel thing. But
What do we say? We'll get this in a decade.
yeah,
If we're lucky.
No, yeah, if we get this before 2030, I'll be amazed. Yeah, hand-drawn. This will take fucking forever. I'm sure it'll be great because Cuphead's a fantastic game, but they also showed off they're also working on a little side adventure.
Yeah, I was going to say, what about the what was it called?
Mighty Cuphead Adventure, which was their little like 8-bit style 2D platformer, sort of Sonic style. They even had like a little Mega Drive style cartridge thing for it, which is quite cool. Yeah, which again, is being developed by a small team. I imagine that'll be, I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fine, but not really what people. I mean, like the thing about Cuphead was always the visuals and the music, right? Like the gameplay was fine, but that was the sort of key differentiator from your sort of more.
I'm wondering if this one's going to be like more accessible for kids though.
Maybe. I mean,
you know what I mean? Like they've got the Netflix series and all that as well.
That's true.
The biggest issue, Cuphead is a very kid-friendly kind of game, just not difficulty-wise.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I definitely like. I mean, they put an easy mode in the original game, but I get what you mean, though. I definitely think that I would benefit from some of that. Alien Isolation 2, they showed that off finally after teasing it a few weeks back. Looks great. They mentioned it's been 12 years since the first one, which again made me feel old as fuck because that game is like one of my favorite games. And it's coming to everything, but it's actually set on one of the colonies, which I guess is kind of like the fun thing of like going from Alien to Aliens. They've done the same kind of thing where it's like not just spaceship interiors and like space station stuff. It's like also the woods and like scary like outside shit where the alien could come for you from anywhere. It's fucking raining and stuff. Looks cool. Yeah, love the vibes. I don't think we got a release date for that though, right? Or anything. I think they just kind of announced that they're working on it.
No, they just announced it.
So I hope it's not too far away, but the fact they gave no date makes me think maybe it could be maybe end of 2027 at the earliest. Maybe. I don't know. Developers.
Sega's got a whole bunch of projects.
That's true.
In the works as well. So
that's true, and they've been game developers have been keeping their cards pretty close to their chest in terms of release dates recently, just because things keep getting delayed.
You know what? It might even come out in September. You never know.
You never know. Yeah, it could be a September somewhere down the line. I mean, there's a 1 in 12 chance. You never know. Fumito Ueda's next game, from the guy who made Eco, Shadow of the Colossus, and Last Guardian, 2 of my favorite games ever. I mean, Shadow of the Colossus is so good. Showed off that thing that they kind of teased a couple of years ago. Project Robot is now called Gen Atlas. It looks like, as an art style, looks really, really interesting. Think like Shadow of the Colossus vibes of like, desolate and quiet, but with like giant fucking robots that you can attach a head to and beat the shit out of other robots like Shadow of the Colossus. Like it, the way I described it to Allison was Rock'em Sock'em Robots meets Shadow of the Colossus. So this will clearly be a Game of the Year contender because like that's the best premise I've ever heard. But yeah, I love the vibes of this. It's coming to Xbox as well because they again no longer exclusive. So again, no release date, no kind of even release window. So that could be quite a while. Could be a while away. Blood Message. I don't know anything about this, really. It was... Yeah, it's a game set in ancient China. It looks very cinematic. You're basically defending a village from... I think, from what I could tell from the trailer, you're like a village or a region that's defected away from the Empire and they want you back, and they're basically invading, and you're basically trying to hold your homeland. Yeah, I don't know. Like, do you guys have any thoughts about that? Like, it looked...
I think the conversation we had was it looked way cinematic to the point of I was concerned this would just be press X to swing back kind of.
Sure, yeah, it definitely had that, yeah, very... And again, like, they obviously show the cinematic elements, but we don't really know what kind of game it is. Like, is it open world? Is it mission-based? Like, we didn't... Yeah, it was very much like a tone trailer with a bit of, like, cinematic gameplay in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked good, but yeah, definitely could be like press X to murder... Press X to fight the dynasty.
Press X to swing sword.
Yeah. And then probably the most ridiculous trailer that we saw, or the most ridiculous thing we saw probably this entire week, is fucking Stranger Than Heaven, which definitely lives up to its name. They showed off a new trailer for it where fucking Snoop Dogg's in it, and then Tupac just shows the fuck up.
This is the craziest 75 seconds of my life this year. To be like me being so excited. This is my most anticipated game at the moment, right?
Yeah.
And the last 20 seconds of that trailer where they just do all the name drops, and I'm like telling you about the fact that even though the song hasn't came out fully yet, from what I've heard of it, I've become obsessed with the cover version.
Yeah.
That it's a daily listen, to then listing out all the people in the trailer, to Tupac walking out, and then them just immediately going Tupac 15th of January 2027.
And then Snoop Dogg walks
like
out.
5 seconds.
And then yeah, Snoop Dogg walks out to explain himself. Because what the fuck?
And then Jeff goes and asks him about his studio and like the progress with that, right?
So, oh yeah, Death Row Games. And he's like, yeah, we're working on something, and then just disappears. He's like, nah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Nothing to announce.
Nothing to announce. We'll bring out something in 2035.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, shit. I mean, yeah, Snoop Dogg and his son, I believe, are in this game. Like, it's, I mean, like, stylistically, this game looks great. And IGG obviously are masters of insane shit and just kind of making those kinds of games. And Stranger Than Heaven maybe looks like the best one of those they may have ever done, to be honest.
I feel like this is them trying to... How do I explain this? Like, Yakuza is such a serialized franchise where they reuse assets over.
Sure.
This is their first big swing at, like, being a true AAA.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, in terms of music and all the star power they're involving in this game, they want this to be big.
Yeah, and it's coming to Game Pass day one for Ultimate, so... I mean, obviously I'll check out the reviews and the achievement list, but I am pretty keen because it does look fucking great.
We'll play 40 hours of Mahjong.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, obviously.
Play 40 hours of Mahjong with Tupac. That's what I need for an achievement.
Jesus, yeah. How are they going to get... I guess they're going to have to get someone to voice Tupac. That's going to be weird.
Well, that was the first thing I thought, right? So when
I looked into it, they're using all archived footage, which makes me think that he's probably just in there for like...
Yeah, it's got to be like a cameo thing, right? Like, I mean, because apparently, they're not going to use AI. I know people were worried about that, but...
They're not using AI. They've got the permission of this estate.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I mean, you know...
It becomes more of a moral question of, like, should we have dead celebrities in...
In video games? Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking weird. And I guess we're going to see more of that. Assassin's Creed Black Flag, they shot off a new trailer. It's, you know, people are excited. It looks good. I mean, I think we've seen a lot about that. That's coming out next month.
Yeah.
Platinum Games is working on a fucking Ninja Turtles game. Another one. It's
we've known about this one for a while though.
Well, actually, apparently this is a different one.
What?
So there was Last Ronin.
Okay, I didn't click on that then.
Yeah, so I was looking into this because I was like, oh, this looks cool. But I heard that apparently there was a Last Ronin game announced a couple of years ago, which I think is the one you were talking about, Kia, right?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So apparently,
Right. Yeah.
that Platinum, it
It
wasn't
got
Platinum,
cancelled, didn't it?
sorry, yeah, it got cancelled. So, quietly, it's apparently been cancelled, but because Paramount obviously still own the rights, they basically transferred ownership, the licensing rights to Platinum to work on this version.
Okay, that makes sense.
Interesting.
Yeah, which is interesting. Why we haven't heard about it since then, I guess, is because it was kind of in the
I just brushed it off. I'm like, yeah, this is just what it was. But no, that makes sense.
Bandai Namco showed off they're making a Gundam game. Fuck yeah, hell yeah! It's been like way too long since we've had one of those. Looks really.
It
stylish.
actually looks pretty good, though.
Yeah, it looks
right?
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how much influence it's going to be like from something like Armored Core. I don't know. I definitely want to see more about it.
It very much reminded me of like Pacific Rim, right?
Yeah, definitely. You're fighting much bigger things, and again, like Bandai Namco, obviously they also publish Dark Souls. They own From Software, so it's like I'm sure there's there might be a bit of overlap there. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
That's No Moon reveals Crossfire, which is like, I mean, they're giving it another go, I guess.
Yep.
It's
We said it looked alright.
it looks good. From like a tech demo, like they kind of talked about the adaptive cover system, and if people were making Army of Two jokes. Like I think that that's kind of, it looks very like grounded and cinematic and kind of in a way that something like Gears doesn't, obviously.
The groundedness of the trailer kind of is the thing that I was interested in. I really did like that part of it. So
it looked
was
almost
very
like SOCOM
human.
style, like
So-
very tactical.
yeah, totally. Yeah.
Which is something like we haven't really seen in these kinds of games.
Yeah. It's also a very Sony tactic, though, right?
Yes, it definitely has that. Like, yeah, again, because the team is made up of like CD Projekt Red developers and ex Naughty Dog and a few others. Like, definitely is. They're definitely going down that cinematic route. It's just crazy to me that they're using the Crossfire IP after Remedy couldn't fucking get it right to do this. So
Yeah.
Well, is that even related? Did we confirm
yeah,
that?
it is. Well, it's been licensed by them because it's like Smilegate, I think. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
I
they really
forgot
need to
about-
stop. But
I just remembered about the Carhartt overalls with the suit jacket.
oh, yeah, Jesus, yeah, that's
Like, what the hell is going on, man?
yeah, there's some outfit stuff. Yeah, they showed off another. Speaking of Remedy, they showed off another trailer for Control Resonant. Still looks great.
September.
Yep, September. I would say about about Crossfire is that again, no dates or anything for that. This is the first time we've seen it, so I get the feeling this is pretty far away still.
Yep.
yeah, I've been a little bit not interested in Control Resonant because I didn't really like what they were doing with it, but the new trailers are getting me a little bit better. Like it's more of that universe now as opposed to
I saw people.
it didn't feel like it before. So
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, there's so much
It
tone.
looks more like a control game now than it did originally.
Yeah, that's fair. I can understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been seeing.
Just like from the aspect of what is it called? The last, that space. I can't
the
think of
oldest
it.
house.
Oldest house. That's it. Thank you. Like the visuals from that.
Yeah, well, again, I guess the whole idea is that it's now like out of Manhattan and shit's gone fucking crazy, which kind of lets them go wild. I did see that a lot of people at Summer Games Fest, like who were live at the show, were getting swag bags that had a Federal Bureau of Control coffee cup that you got, and I'm very, very jealous of that. That would be that's something I'd want for sure. Guild Wars 3, they finally announced it. It's been rumored for quite a while. Coming to Steam and PlayStation 5. Not Xbox. At least not yet. It's going into beta next year, so it could be a little while before it actually comes out. But they've kind of come out and said, like, no battle passes or any of that other bullshit. They're looking at...
they're talking it up, being all like, well, we're reinvigorating the MMO genre.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, it needs it.
So see how that goes.
It needs it, to be fair, because if you think about who are the players in the MMO space these days, none of them are looking too healthy. I mean, even like WoW is, WoW's best days are far behind it. And every other MMO keeps getting shut down. Star Wars Galactic Racer They showed off a new trailer for that coming out October 6th. So not a September release, but pretty close. That looks cool.
Great.
It looks fantastic, right? Like it's like Burnout, but with Star Wars, like two of my favorite things. Yeah, fuck yeah. Slaying that shit together. Virtua Fighter Crossroads showed off a first trailer, very cinematic. They showed a little bit of fighting, but it looks like it's quite narrative heavy. Coming in 2027. I'm not
like looks RGG.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Looks like a Yakuza game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's obviously where Yakuza came from, the Shenmue stuff and all that kind of DNA, and yeah, definitely. You can definitely see that in there, and it looks cool. I mean, I don't know if it's like, I don't know, like this was all very much like story mode stuff. You didn't see a lot of like health bars or one-on-one fight stuff, or so I guess we'll see what that looks like. But then again, like fighting games having like robust story modes is not that unusual anymore. Mortal Kombat's obviously been very story focused since the beginning. And even like, Street Fighter 6 has the whole like world tour mode where you walk around and stuff. It's not just getting into fights. Grounded 2 is coming along to PS5. They got a new update for that. Mafia: The Old Country is getting a DLC in August, which apparently ties it in with the main series, which is kind of interesting. Oh my god! The trailer for 1666 Amsterdam, which is from the guy Patrice Delassie, who was the guy who created Assassin's Creed. His big next game. They've released a prologue for it. I definitely want to hear what people are saying about it because I don't know what the fuck this game is, but I love the style. It's about like witches and shit, and like set in like a semi-open world. Maybe I don't know. I really don't know.
I might give that a shot because if it's only a 30-hour prologue, 30-minute prologue, I do think it looks pretty interesting. I'm just wondering about the gameplay elements.
Yeah, for sure. We didn't really. I mean, we saw like snippets of gameplay, but it was definitely more of a tone piece, and this is the first time we've seen it. I think. I don't think we've heard anything about it before. Coming into early access later in the year, which worries me a little bit because like an early access game that's story stuff is I'm always like, okay.
Yeah.
Bloober Team are doing a Saw game, Saw Genesis, I guess.
A 3v1 Saw game.
Yeah, someone did the Spider-Man meme where he's looking through the glasses and he like it's the picture next to it. And it was, where he's looking through the glasses and he puts the glasses down and it changes the image. And so they was like looking through it and it's like, oh yeah, Saw. And then you take it away and it's like, it's just Outlast Trials. They basically just reheated that. And they're like, yeah, 3v1 horror game where you got to do puzzles and horrible traps and shit. Yeah. But I guess this is what one of the things Bloober Team's been working on. I'm not super excited for it, to be honest.
I just want to go back to 1666 again.
Yes.
So I just went, all right, well, whilst I'm playing Lego 2K Drive, I may as well download the prologue and give it a go. Sitting at 57% mixed on Steam because of non-disclosed AI usage.
Ooh, boy. Okay.
Yeah. And one of the not recommended comments was, I stopped playing in the game. I stopped playing after the game made me hold X to search a bookshelf with a long bespoke animation only for it to poop the book out onto the floor like a Destiny 2 engram.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that's disappointing.
So, I might not be downloading this anymore.
Okay. All right. Lords of the Fallen 2 looks great. That's coming next year still? I don't know if they've even said. I can't remember, but it's just cinematic trailer, just kind of letting you know. We're all very excited for it, I'm sure. We all really enjoyed the original. Star Wars Zero Company, I know you guys don't give a shit, but it is Star Wars XCOM. Anakin Skywalker is going to be in the game. Comes out in August, so again, missing September. Just...
I'll have you know,
yes.
Star Wars game's good. Star Wars other media bad.
Oh, okay. So Star Wars games are good. Okay.
Don't give a shit. It's fine.
Yeah. See. Okay. Yeah. So I was half right.
Yeah.
I told you, like, what is it? Is it Cal? No, Cal.
Cal Kestis. Yeah.
Yeah, that is my favorite character.
Yeah. yeah, I like the Jedi games as well.
Yeah.
Where is the third Jedi game, by the way, guys? Just putting that out there. Like Survivor was what, a couple of years ago now.
It was 2023? End of 2023, wasn't it?
Something like that. Yeah, it's been feels like we should have heard something from that by now, you know? Especially...
I mean, they wanted to do... Yeah, April 28th, 2023, and then they were fixing the game up after it didn't launch the best.
Yeah,
and then it got a backwards Xbox One release.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah.
But you're right, we probably should have had something by now.
Yeah, it seems a bit unusual because EA obviously don't do their own press conferences really that much. So maybe it's a Game Awards thing, who knows? But it does feel the kind of thing that we should be probably coming out next year or maybe the year after. But anyway. Sorry, I know this is turning into a list podcast, but there is a lot to watch here. And if you haven't seen this stuff, I definitely recommend checking it out because there was a lot of cool stuff to see. Blood of Dawnwalker. They showed off a new trailer for that. It's
September.
Yep, again September 3rd. I'm pretty keen on that. It looks really, really good. I mean, I love The Witcher, and obviously it has a lot of that DNA in it. But it also they were kind of showing off that the cinematic is set in present day, and that is kind of like another game that they're apparently working on, like a sequel or something. But the current game is going to be set like in the Middle Ages or whatever, and that it kind of like progresses. So, yeah, cool to see where that goes. Hopefully, it does well for them. Inner Sloth showed off that they're doing a new Among Us game. Among Us.
Is it Among Us or Amongst Us?
Amongst Us, yes. Amongst Us, yeah. So it's like a murder mystery kind of thing. It looks like it might be in the vein of something like, what am I thinking? Like Duck Detective or something along those lines, hopefully.
Was it more of a
Sorry, you go.
Story-based thing? It was a story-based thing?
Yeah. It's like, you got to solve a murder mystery. It's all like noir, black and white stuff.
Yeah. So there was the game and there was the trailer for the animated series.
Yes.
I started watching like 5 minutes of the other day before Percy said it was too scary to turn it off.
Oh.
But the 5 minutes, it's meant for kids, but she said it's too scary, so I did as I was told. Don't want the kids having nightmares, but from what I could tell, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, like it's got a stacked cast, like, and then Paramount Plus, they just chucked it on Paramount Plus, like, hey, guess what? Among Us show, no fanfare, go watch it right now. I mean, I feel like they've missed the boat by several years, but still.
I'm pretty sure they did. Didn't Summer Games Fest do the same thing for Cuphead? Dropping one of the seasons?
Could have, because that was on Netflix. Yeah, I don't know, actually. Could have been, yeah.
Like, I think they've done this, like, this is their best way to get an audience kind of stuff in the past.
Yeah. 007 First Light's getting another mission. Monster Hunter Wilds is getting their first big expansion, Ascendance. So they did snow and ice in Worlds, and now they're doing like, floating islands.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't understand the like. I'm not really into the like, it happens a lot in Japanese kind of stuff as well, like floating islands and like ecosystems in the sky and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. We'll see, because it has to be pretty big, right? So
apparently, like they even called out that it's a massive expansion. So, whatever the fuck that means, but sure. Yeah, so you can play that one and let us know how it is.
Yeah,
and hopefully they don't ruin the game with ridiculous, 1,000-hour achievements.
Over to our Capcom correspondent.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. New Hot Wheels game. Infinite Rush looks very like Burnout Paradise style, open world, driving around, kind of fun.
I'm keen for this. I think this will be like a day one for me.
I think it could be good.
The ducks thing was funny.
Yeah, it was very funny. Yeah, I laughed at it. Yeah, that's also coming out in September.
Straight after I get back from Japan.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm pretty cool.
Give it a go.
Yeah, it's already coming up on my games for you list on my Xbox.
Like you play a lot of this stuff, yeah. Sonic, they're celebrating Sonic's 35th anniversary by putting out some new characters on Crossworlds. Including they've got fucking Godzilla and an Evangelion crossover. To be fair, again, not on my bingo card. I mean, Evangelion crosses over with everything, but I didn't think a racing game where you get to fucking drive Ray around and race Sonic. I mean, all right, sure.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get this game because it's had so many collabs, and
This is gonna have more collabs than fucking Fortnite by the end of it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and honestly, didn't sell that well, but it really should have sold a little bit better, I think, because they're always really good.
That was the talk, when Sega were talking about how like their high review performance hadn't necessarily led to sales for their first party IP, and this was the only game they had released in that period. They also showed Sonic Pico Park, which is very cute. I don't know if you've played Pico Park, but it's a really fun game where you get to hate your friends. The idea is that it's like a platformer of 4 people, but you're all chained together like a 2D platformer. And so you all kind of have to work together to solve puzzles, like jump on top of each other or like build tension so someone can walk across a line and that kind of stuff, but obviously with like Sonic stuff and rings. Looks kind of cute. Attack on Titan 3 from Megaforce looks okay. I don't know. The art style, that like going from the kind of 2D anime art style to 3D is always a bit of a tough one. I don't know if any games really. I mean, like Dragon Ball Z is really the only anime game I can think of that's done it. Well, maybe One Piece, but Attack on Titan has such a distinctive art style to it that it just kind of looks a bit weird. But then again, this is nothing new. This is the 3rd one they've done. But it's the first time they're going to have the entire story in one game because now everything's out.
Yeah.
They showed off Clutch, which is the new sort of open world driving game, arcade racer from
X Playground devs.
Yep. So you can definitely see that DNA in there, and they're going for, it looks like a much more story based kind of stuff. They didn't really show any open world driving. It was mostly races and like underground street races, but it was very much like movie trailer style cinematic stuff. Where they're like,
very like Need for Speed Undercover kind of thing.
Yes, for sure.
I actually really like the look of the trailer. So
it does look good. Yeah. I think that was the chief complaint for Forza Horizon was that the story stuff is kind of like threadbare. Power World 1.0 coming out in July. I'm glad they got that patent sorted out because there were a lot of Pokeballs in this fucking trailer. Legally distinct animal capturing devices. Wolf Among Us 2 is coming back. They showed that off. First time we've seen it in a long time. Super excited for that. And they announced they're also
remaster
along with the remaster.
Yep, remastering the first game, which is good actually because I think it's kind of hard to get to the first one these days because I think it's been delisted or whatever. Because I don't know, Fables as a licensed property was always a bit weird.
Yeah.
The other games had like a lot of glitches amongst the episodes and stuff like that around. So like the 360 one was barely playable.
Yeah.
So.
Stellar Blade showed off their sort of sequel. Or at least
coming to everything this time.
Yeah, potentially, yes. Yeah, now that it's no longer published by Sony, it's likely to come to Xbox and everything else, which is super cool because Stellar Blade's one of those games I wish I could have played.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6 is getting some new DLC, including Tifa Lockhart, which is a cool get. And then the big announcement at the end: Final Fantasy VII Remake Revelation finally announced. They showed off a shitload of stuff for this. They showed off Sid and Vincent as new characters, obviously, because that's kind of where they come in the story. They got Matt Mercer out to talk and do some narration stuff.
Jeff got to make his joke.
Yes.
His follow-on joke from, like, what was it, last year?
Yep.
What was it? Which one was it?
He made a joke about, what was it, Final...
It was
like he said final and baited people, and it was like an Uber Eats ad or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
right. Okay.
And then this year it was just like get ready for the final battle, and then you saw so many influencers' eyes roll back because they thought they were getting baited, and it was actually
Final Fantasy. Yeah. This looks fucking amazing. Like it looks incredible.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm really excited. I'm glad that I'm going to wait enough for these the first 2 games, play them, and then just go straight into the third.
Yeah.
It's going to be a massive...
It's like 250 hours for Rebirth.
I know.
You're going to get that much time in between now and then.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably need to start it now, mate.
You start them, play them now, and you'll be done by that game that comes out.
Okay.
Okay.
And so that's coming
At
out.
the end of 2026.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be ready. And so this is summer. Sorry, did they say spring or something? It's like early 2027, I think, roughly.
Let's go away with using seasons as bloody.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but I guess it gives them a little bit of flexibility. But
can we just say Q1, Q2?
Yeah, it sounds like it'll be
quarter.
Q2. I'm again. They showed off like there's now a job system in there, or like a small job system. Who knows? But again, this is like someone was like, "Oh, welcome, close enough. Welcome back, Final Fantasy X Part 2, because you can dress up and get new abilities." So the dress sphere system is back. But no, it looks fantastic.
Yes,
they showed off quite a bit of the game.
Spheres. Yeah, that was actually the best thing about Final Fantasy X too. Like, I really like
playing dress up.
Yeah, exactly. So.
But yeah, definitely worth checking out. They've kind of shown the open world system and how you can kind of just jump. Yeah. You can literally parachute down into an open world that just kind of loads right in, which is kind of crazy.
It just means that little secrets that you have to find and uncover are going to be on the tippy tops of some island.
A huge pain.
Very Just Cause, right? So
yeah, you got to use a grappling hook.
Yeah.
I'm definitely keen on it. I mean, I'm about to start playing Rebirth. So I'm really excited for this. But that's this was a fantastic show. There was so much in there that I was excited for. Just about everything I was like, cool, yep, interested in. But it was very much like, oh, cool, coming out September, October, August, or 2027 ? And that was pretty much it.
I dare say this is probably my favorite summer game showcase.
Yeah, I would probably agree.
I'd say like 80% of these games I will definitely play at one point or another.
Yeah.
Or intend to.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely with you.
Speaking of banger showcases.
Yeah, well, here we go. We've got the Xbox showcase, the one that everyone's been waiting for. Unfortunately, the Nintendo conference isn't until tomorrow, so they're going to get missed out. But yeah, so
that's okay. They're only got the Ocarina of Time remake and
some of the biggest, potentially the biggest title ever. The one thing that might compete with GTA. So they opened with
just imagine November release date.
I'd buy it. I'd buy it over GTA. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah,
I don't even play Nintendo stuff that often. But yes, the Xbox showcase, the one we've all been waiting for. Kirby, Shane, and I did a live react to that, so you can see that on the YouTube channel. I didn't release it on audio because that would make no fucking sense. But we'll cover it here as well and kind of talk about what we've seen now that the dust has settled a little bit. They opened with Gears of War E-Day. They announced October 6th, Xbox console exclusive, which we'll talk more about after this. But this looks really good. Like, really good.
Yeah, it really does. I hate what they've done in the past with Gears, because it'd be nice to go back and just complete these, old games, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
And if they say that they want to respect what they've built with this Gears of War stuff, but as long as that, there was a lot of toxicity, I guess, with the people that were making it, being not liking the players and making bullshit achievements and stuff, and that was a specific targeted thing. They need to get away from that and kind of rebuild the list and that kind of stuff. They because this game looks great, looks so good, and the thing that turned me off from 5 was just that everything that went along with it, right? So,
I haven't played a Gears game since Judgment.
I don't know if I'm controversial in saying it, but I think this is a console seller.
Oh boy, I don't know about that.
I'm not a Gears fan, but this
looks
trailer,
great.
It looks great to the point of this is a day one play.
Yeah, this
is what I would expect a next generation Gears game to look like. I'm excited to play this.
The thing I was saying a couple of weeks ago, where they take things that they put on PlayStation and then they need to make it console exclusive and then bring those people from the other platform back to Xbox. If they were going to do it, it would happen with either Gears of War or Forza, right? And we've seen Forza is doing
Forza
really
doesn't
well.
make sense though, because, and we'll get into it later about the multi-platform strategy.
Yeah.
But I'm all right. I'll save that conversation.
Yeah, let's come back to that.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's just stick with the game itself.
We'll come back to that. But
this is my general thoughts of like this was a wonderful way to open. I'm glad that this bookended the showcase.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the very end of it, but I knew watching this 7-minute trailer that this was going to be a day one play.
Yeah, I think that if you were an Xbox player and you defected to PlayStation because of the last 10 years, that this is a way to bring people back. It's like, I remember Gears of War. This is Gears of War, but better, right? So, yeah.
This had like Xbox 360 Gears, like feel to it.
It had the feel of what you remember the original Gears being like.
Nostalgic elements.
For sure, 100%, right? And part of that was like how it played, but also was how it looked. And I think, like we probably won't talk too much about like the extended show look they did afterwards. I'll just talk about that now. But like I watched that as well, around kind of their sort of deep dive into why they're making this game the way it is, and the kind of idea of like, well, the way Gears has gone is the world is kind of fucked up after the in the later games, so there isn't really a lot of like architecture, and they said they went back and looked at the original Mad World trailer, where it's like, like the locusts are like scary and like dangerous, and kind of have gone back to that kind of feel of like ruined architecture and gothic stylings, but also meshed with this like 1970s style like manufacturing. It looks really good.
Is it like Identity?
Yeah, I
like
did.
So what I'm going to say is like Resident Evil, right? You're either a horror or an action.
Yeah.
And as the series has kind of progressed, it's gone from the horror, I guess, elements of the very first games to more of a I'm a badass hero.
Yeah, and then 9 kind of splits the difference where they want to do kind of both. Yeah, for sure. I definitely feel like this is more of a throwback to the original games, which makes sense. It's a prequel. But it's like it's that and tone, and like it feels like a lot darker, and I just like looking at it, I'm just like there's something about it. There's like a vibe to it that you're like, this is what the interesting thing about the original world in Gears, where you could kind of see bits of civilization. I'm very keen on this. It looks really good, and I like what they've done with the parkour stuff in terms of like the sprint doesn't look as quite as like roadie run, like dash cam, like shaky cam kind of thing. Like it's a bit more natural. They've kind of shown you like being a bit more fluid in terms of like jumping over things, or like getting on top of stuff and jumping across things to get behind cover, and like it's a bit more, instead of like feeling like it's super heavy. But also, I'm really, really keen on it. And I definitely would recommend watching that extended look, because it's really interesting to see some of the stuff they've identified as like things they want to keep and things they've kind of improved.
Part way through that, actually, so I didn't get all the way through that, but I'm really like hoping there's like gut-wrenching kind of like the world is being torn out from underneath you kind of stuff, right? It's like, because that's what's happening in this game. People don't know what's coming, and this is it. So, and
it's set like over 3 days, so like it feels like quite a condensed, interesting kind of thing.
Bless you.
Oh, excuse me. And there was one other thing I was going to say. I've lost it, but I'm very, very keen on this. October 6th, so not too far away. Definitely nothing even close to November. I am really interested.
Except for Godzilla.
Yes, except for Godzilla. Godzilla and Barbie, I think, are the 2 things coming out of November. I'm curious to see what kind of they showed off. There's a new horde mode thing as well that they're kind of doing. It's like a 12 player like Monster Hunter style thing. We got to fight some giant fucking big fuck off creature, which is kind of cool. I'm so curious to see kind of where that goes. Fable got a trailer. Unfortunately, we know that's delayed till February, but this was really good. I like this trailer a lot, actually. They showed off Haley Atwell as kind of one of the main villains. And they kind of struck that more dark tone. So much so that when I was watching, I was like, "Is this Fable?" Like I didn't click with me straight away.
And like it's done so well that you don't know she's a villain, but you know she's a villain, right? There's something there. So yeah, so good.
Looks great. I'm really excited to play Fable. I'm glad they did something along this lines because I think that Fable, like a lot of stuff they've shown, has been like, oh, like the funny stuff or the chicken chaser stuff, but then they've also shown like, oh, and here's the bit where you can be a landlord and the gameplay stuff of like what Fable is like, and then they've gone, but also here's the tone piece of like the dark fantasy side of stuff, because Fable was all about making fucked up decisions occasionally, you know, like murdering your sister to power up to get the most powerful sword in the game and that kind of shit, you know, like
the doors look great though.
The demon doors,
the demon door. Yeah.
Guy gets called the twat. Yep.
I'm really keen for this. It's a bit of a bummer that it's delayed to Feb, but
yeah, for sure.
I can wait. There's plenty of games between September and October.
And September. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I said September and October. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the beginning of September and the end of September. Yes.
I know my best friend though she's only after one game at the moment, and it's Fable. So she's very disappointed it slipped. But
yeah, but to be fair, having seen the slate, I'm not surprised. Yeah.
There's no way to fit it in.
No, there's no space. Fucking yeah. I mean, I'm sure it was like, oh yeah, we'll get it out in September. Oh wait, no, it needs to be November. Oh wait, no, we're not doing November, so we're doing February.
And December's too late. We may as well do.
Yeah, exactly. Halo campaign evolved. They showed that off. A new trailer showed off some of the new levels. Looks fucking awesome. Like 100%. And it comes out in July, not too long to wait. That's also coming to PlayStation. It is kind of crazy that it's coming to PlayStation, but we'll see how that goes for them. Residents of Playtale Legacy is coming out in August. Looks really, really good. I really enjoyed the other two Playtale games. This is a prequel. We'll see kind of how that goes.
I was really like, as soon as I saw Sobo, I was like, all right, it's got to be Playtale, but the whole rest of this trailer just made me a bit.
It's very different vibe for sure. Whereas like it's very like
there were no rats. There was
not enough rats.
Well,
that's my number one.
They did a little tease at the end there, and like, and again, obviously not to get into spoilers of the other games, but like, I believe this is set on the island. That's a important part of the second game. It looks like. So I'm wondering if this is like a prequel to that, because again, like there's some important things that go on there. I mean, like it looks good though. But to be fair, like it doesn't look like a typical Plague Tale game. It definitely looks more actiony. Which even Plague Tale 2 was more actiony than 1, but that was never the main thing of that game, because stealth was a it was a stealth action game, not a action stealth game.
Yeah.
Persona 4 Remake, they showed that off, coming out February 18th next year. Looks great. Like they've taken what they did with 3. I know some people are like, oh, people are like, oh, great, that's all the Persona news we're getting. That's kind of disappointing. This is the first time we've really seen
like
it.
Worst kept secret kind of deal.
Yeah, for sure. Like it was.
So, the fact though that Persona 4 Remake and Fable in the same week, I think there's another RPG as well.
Oh, fuck, I'm gonna be so busy.
Feb is a really heavy RPG month.
Yeah, and it's coming to Game Pass as well.
Then there's Stranger Than Heaven in Jan.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna the start of next year is going to be very heavy.
Yeah, I might just need to take some extra time off after Christmas.
Yeah.
State of Decay 3, we finally saw some fucking gameplay for that. Like, holy shit! Like, it does look good.
Fucking good.
When is it coming out?
That is a good question.
How can you have been working on this for so long and not have a release date? Like, that's crazy to me. I mean, like, it does look good. And I'm definitely keen to see more of it, but it is that question of, like, it's been in development for a very long time.
You think, though, when did State of Decay 1 come out?
It was a 360 game originally, so that would have been, 2010?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking in the last 15, 16 years, how much they've scaled from an indie studio up to...
Yeah, especially after being acquired and all that sort of stuff, for sure, yeah. 2013 is when the first one came out. Yeah, okay. So it was right on the edge.
Yeah.
So in 13 years, like, even State of Decay 2 was a pretty solid title, but it wasn't a AAA.
Yeah, sure. I get what you mean. I just, It feels like
It'd be nice to get a release date.
they announced it so long ago. Like, let me put it this way: like, State of Decay 2 came out in 2018. It took them 5 years to make.
Yeah. Sorry. I mean, it does say it's coming out in 2027.
Well, yeah, but like that's like, in terms of like, I feel like it's the kind of thing where, well, maybe they're just waiting for 2027 to do their release dates. Maybe it's like they want to focus on this year's stuff, which is fair.
I feel like the showcases the last few years now have gone into a pattern of we've announced stuff too early in the past and it's fucked us over.
Yeah.
We're going to do all the remainder of the year announcements.
And everything else just gets a random date.
Any coming 2026 games that were announced, right?
Don't think so. Nothing new.
Everything else was like Feb 2027, I think was the latest, with the exception of all the 2027
Basically,
games.
nothing into the next financial year, which is not surprising. Sea of Thieves, they're getting a new update. It looks like a make your own kind of custom seas adventure thing. I wonder if this is
So
yes.
This is where they say, fuck you guys that want the achievements fixed, fix them yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fine.
Okay, we'll do it. Cameron, here we go. All right, Sea of Thieves. We got it.
Do we think Sea of
Achievements
Thieves
fixed.
is kind of getting towards the end of its life?
I mean, it released on PlayStation and they got like a massive
Yeah.
upstage on it.
I suppose that's fair. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Just it feels like this.
Yeah.
The kind of thing you would show.
It's outside of the games that we play. That's what it is.
Oh, for sure, for
We
sure.
don't play live service.
That's true. But I just feel like in terms of having something to show for this, there wasn't like, there was no collab here. There was no big story mode. There was not it's just kind of like,
I'm more surprised that Rare haven't taken this and gone, all right, we need to. Well, Fallout 76.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they do the opposite way? Why don't they do a Sea of Thieves inspired like solo game?
Yeah, which
kind of stuff.
maybe they do. I don't know. But to be fair, I don't know if Rare is even capable
in a
of doing
different
that.
way. But then they're using that in Sea of Thieves anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It just as an update for a showcase for like their big live service title, it just kind of felt a bit.
I mean, they do the same thing with 76. Like it's
76 was the same. You're right. Yeah.
76 ESO and Sea of Thieves is basically a given.
Yeah.
In each of these showcases now.
Yeah, but
I feel like this is the kind of update you do when you're finalizing the game, right?
that was what I was thinking. It just seemed like a bit of like, it wasn't like a content update as like, oh, hey, we have a new expansion or a new raid or a new, like the season just felt kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's just a slow season. Who knows?
I mean, they've been up to 20 seasons.
Yeah, which is fair.
I don't know what else they could do at this point, but
they've done every crossover in Pirate Land imaginable. So.
But cycle the seasons back in.
Yeah, maybe that'd be nice. Yeah.
So
Metro 2039, they shot off a new trailer for that. Looks incredible.
Fucking excited.
Yeah,
it looks great.
So excited.
Yeah,
that's February, so that's not that far away either.
Just the vibes. You cannot top Metro vibes if you're going for like that dystopian feel.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like 2033 in particular is just fantastic all the way through. Bad Magpie looked.
Yeah, I love the terrorized look on all the flowers' faces in this game.
Yeah,
it looks fantastic.
Percy was very happy to see this trailer, and then I just like, what? This is a UK, like this is funded by the UK government. It says Magpie. I don't have magpies in England. What the fuck is this?
I mean, it looks cute. Like again, it is very Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I guess we'll see what kind of like if it has legs. I don't know. It's like it looks okay. It felt like a kind of a weird announcement, but I guess they wanted a little indie thing in there.
I mean, it was the same as Winterborough, right? I think they've got their token indie game now.
Sure, that's fair. Yeah, I can see that. Wolong 2, again, another Eastern European, East Asian kind of like influenced game.
I'm keen. It looks like more of the first.
Yeah, which I liked Wolong 1 quite a bit. It was definitely rough around the edges. Like, it definitely didn't have the polish of like a Dark Souls or something like that. But
yeah,
it was good. So I'll definitely play the second one.
But it's like Lords of the Fallen, right? It's one of those games that I really enjoyed the first.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is probably going to be one of those things of like they really lean into the stuff that makes the game great.
I hope so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do hope so.
I'm being positive.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say the first game was bad. It just was a bit.
Yeah.
It could be improved.
It was a little bit janky.
There's quality of life that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Cold Game, join us. That was their whole. We were making jokes that it was basically like playing Far Cry 5, but you play the bad guys basically. Set up your own cult in. I can't remember exactly where it was, but it looked like Montana, but similar kind of vibes.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to go around the town trying to get people to join your cult, arm them with guns, and then it looks like the apocalypse happens or some shit. Like, it looks fucking crazy. 4-player co-op.
Team.
I'm sure that'll be fun. I'm sure it'll come to early access or whatever, because that seems like that kind of game.
Yeah.
Senua, which is the new Hellblade game, which again, they just refuse to put the words Hellblade on those fucking games anymore.
Yeah.
Didn't they rename the second game?
Yes, they did. So they renamed the second game from Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 to now just Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga. So why couldn't they have just called this Hellblade 3 Senua? I don't know, but
Well, this is probably an unannounced name situation. I don't even think they've given it the proper name.
No, it is
honestly.
Senua.
well, it's called Senua, but
Really?
again, like they didn't give a release date. Like it's still like
Yeah.
it's.
They did announce though that they cancelled Project Mara.
Yes, I had that in the news, but yeah. So the other thing they were kind of working on has now been cancelled. Which I think when we were talking, just generally about like Hellblade and that kind of stuff around their suite, and I was like, oh, where's Project Mara? We haven't really heard anything about that. Now we got our answer. It's fucking gone. So they decided they're doing another Hellblade game. It looks more actiony.
Yeah, I very much feel like this has been like, let's really lean into the God of War kind of. Let's not be.
Oh, you mean add some gameplay? Is that what you
Yes,
wanted?
I think that's what.
Gameplay?
Yeah, they add some gameplay is probably exactly what they.
Yeah.
I think that was actually top on their whiteboard when they made this.
Yeah, they had the criticism.
We're like art pieces down.
I mean, look, I liked Hellblade 1 quite a bit. Hellblade 2, I liked the idea of, but it did not feel like a complete game.
Yeah.
It felt like much more of a tech demo. And so I'm really hoping this is a bit more of, again, it doesn't need to be a 50-hour open world RPG, right? But I think it needs to be a bit more than a 4-hour, mostly cinematic experience.
No, I just want like I want a 10 to 15 hour like God of War kind of similar game.
Absolutely.
And I think that's everybody's thought of this game though. Like this could be one of Xbox's answers to the story experience kind of titles.
Yeah, the first party narrative style, yeah, for sure.
And how like to really let down in that department.
Yeah, agreed. Doom Eternal got their DLC Revelations coming July 7th.
Looked fucking sick.
It looks sick as hell.
Nikita got really excited for this. She actually really wants to play it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I'm like, it's on Game Pass. You can play it right now.
And you get like a spear and shit. Like it looks fucking. I mean, again, in the same way that Dark Ages was metal as fucking great. This just looks like more of that, but in like snow and stuff. So cool. Crazy Taxi World Tour coming out next year. That's Sega.
AI.
Well, apparently, again, I don't think there's been some.
Oh, really?
I want to bring it up quickly. So the conversation was basically they're using AI to generate ideas, and then they're making stuff from scratch.
Yeah, so I think it's less of a I don't think it's less of an issue, but
I mean, like that's in theory one of the right ways to do it, though, right?
yeah, I guess
It's like-
if you're going to use AI,
I mean,
Yeah.
2 Sega properties this week with AI conversations. It's not a good look.
yeah, it's kind of a hot button issue at the moment for sure. But for Crazy Taxi of all fucking things, like I feel like what ideas do you need?
Yeah.
Anyway, but
Yeah,
it looks like
yeah.
fun. I know some people have been playing it. There's some gameplay out there. Some people have had hands on with it.
Yeah, we just need the ability to put your own music in the disc tray and be able
Yeah,
to.
exactly. You don't want to just
Yeah.
But apparently they've changed out KFC and Pizza Hut for Five Guys now as their sponsors for where you take people to. So I guess we'll see if it's any good.
Yeah, okay.
25th anniversary
Interesting.
console and controller got shown off. This is the thing I was probably most excited for this whole show. It looks
sick.
It looks sick as fuck.
I'm trying so hard to like not.
Yes,
I don't need the console.
I do not need it. No,
the console.
there is no world in which I need this console. Is there a world in which I buy it anyway?
So if you had to make a choice between this console and the X20 ROG Ally,
I'd get this console.
Hands down, this console.
I'm getting this console.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
I just had to figure out what to do with the old one. Maybe I can sell it to some schmuck. Yeah, it looks cool as fuck. I'm probably going to get the controller no matter what. But the console itself, again, depending on how much it is. But yeah, so that's coming out in November. It's if you haven't seen it, it is in that style of the special edition original Xbox, which is see-through green, Master Chief style coloring. Get to see all the cool innards on the Xbox itself as well as on the controller. It's fucking sweet.
Yeah. Was it Alex saying in the Discord that somebody was complaining about how the back was black and not see-through?
Yeah, apparently the black is like not the hard is not the see-through plastic, which I think whatever, like get over it.
I mean, it's probably just wet. Like it's just going to be plain anyway, right? There's not going to be anything
wouldn't
there
you
to
see
see.
again because it's a plate because that's where you plug everything into. Yeah. Minecraft Dungeons 2 that's coming out September, another September release.
Looks good.
Yeah, it looks
Didn't
fine.
play it.
Well, again, like it was a cinematic trailer. We didn't really see kind of too much gameplay, right? It was just kind of like, yeah, it was fun. Things exploded.
There was gameplay, wasn't there?
There was a little bit, but again, it's hard to. Well, it's an action RPG.
Like I get you. It was mostly cinematic, but like I mean, you played the first. You understand what
exactly. Like that's kind of what I was getting at. Is like I don't think there's much different there in terms of.
Look. Okay.
Yes.
Quick sidetrack. I woke my daughter up at 3 a.m. to watch this showcase with me and to have snacks.
Yep.
Consider it anytime a kid-friendly trailer came up in the showcase, it was a good moment.
Oh yeah, you probably had a rough time with some of the ones coming up then.
It was a really rough time. A lot of eyes were covered.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they did have all those. They had all of those R18 stickers at the very beginning of this whole press conference. So, should have figured what you get yourself into.
15, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Isn't your child like 4?
7. Wait, you feel old again now?
Yes, I do feel old. No.
Jeez.
Magicians, The Devil's Deal. This is actually the one I was probably the most excited for a game. This came out of nowhere. It looks like...
I'm excited with this. Yeah.
This looked really interesting. Who were the devs behind this again?
Uppercut, I believe, was the studio.
What else do they work on?
I don't think... This might be their first game. I don't know.
Okay. Let's focus publish.
Yeah, so...
but just the vibes of this trailer were like... I don't have any comparative for this kind of game.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
they did...
Well, I mean, Dishonored, though, right? So
it definitely had Dishonored vibes to it, for sure. It was like Dishonored, kind of like Bioshock, System Shock, kind of like, a wand in one hand and magic cards in the other and kind of doing spells and shit.
Yeah.
What? Oh, they worked on City of Brass and Submerged. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I've actually just recently picked up Submerged because
I like Submerged. I played both of them actually. They were quite good games, but this looks very different. I'm super keen. This looks great. This is my kind of game through and through.
Yeah.
100%. I really like it. So.
We saw Valor Mortis, which is the next one, which it's been around for a little bit. They've been talking about it. It's been playable at some showcases, I think. This is the sort of Napoleonic first-person Bloodborne style kind of Souls-like game.
It's coming out.
September, maybe.
September 24th. You're right. Yes.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I just threw a dart at the board and I was like, nailed it.
Hey, but how about that big reveal at the end? Who's playing Napoleon?
Some French guy.
Yeah.
No, isn't it? Was it Vin Diesel or something?
No, it's not Vin Diesel. Jesus, Kale, you're so uncultured.
Don't give me game ideas.
Can you imagine Vin Diesel's Napoleon? See, that's what Ridley Scott should have made. Yeah, so it's like it's some French actor or whatever. I don't care.
French actor. What else is he known for?
I have no idea. But
Vincent Castle. Okay.
He's Monsieur Hood in Shrek. That's all we need to know.
Okay, yeah, cool. But yeah,
Ice Age. He's dead. Oh, okay. So he does a lot of French voice work.
which makes sense.
Yeah. They really pointed him out, so I actually don't even know who he is.
That's
so.
what I was saying. Like, I don't think anyone actually knows who he is. It's like,
Yeah.
all right.
Tekken 8.
Sure. But the game itself looks really good. I mean, I am a little bit... Whenever you do, like, melee combat and, like, parry timing stuff in a first-person game, it always feels, you know, like, I feel like Souls games in particular are very... The reason they're third-person is, first of all, because Dark Souls did it. But second of all, because... Or Demon Souls, even. Is because, like, you need to be very aware of your surroundings, you know, and, like, kind of, like, have, like, a 360 view of your character and what's about to come fuck you up. And so that first-person view, I feel like I'm really hoping they've got the idea, because like you kind of don't get a great like depth perception idea of like, okay, if an enemy's about to swing and do an attack, am I outside of his range or not? Becomes like quite a more difficult question to answer. So I'm really hoping we get a bit. Yeah, I'm really hoping this goes well. It's coming to Game Pass in September, so yeah, keen to hear more about that. Elder Scrolls Online is a Thieves Guild expansion. No one cares. Flight Simulator.
So Thieves Guild expansion?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Season 1 coming out July 8th. Flight Simulator is adding national parks to their thing, so you can kind of go around all the US national parks, which look really, really beautiful. Where Winds Meet is coming to Xbox, and is getting an expansion next month. I think it just dropped on Xbox like right after the showcase. This is like the kitchen sink free to play game. I don't think I'm super keen on it, but I've heard good things. I've heard a lot of people are very surprised. Like, how do they make this for free?
Have to have a look.
Yeah, I definitely want to get some thoughts on that from some of the community. I'm sure some of our community members will be sucked into playing that. So, they showed off Castlevania Belmont's Curse coming October. This
I was not expecting this. Fucking keen.
It looks
great.
Really good. Yeah, it looks really good. This might be a day one for me if the achievements are reasonable. I know Kirby also was very keen on it, so we'll see how that goes.
Was there any significance to October 15 being picked as a date? Because how they revealed that at the end of the trailer looked pretty.
I don't know. I mean, I guess
interesting.
Because they only like announced it at the like was it this year? Like it's been pretty. Either this year or the end of last year. Might have been at Game Awards.
Yeah.
So it's coming out, I think, earlier than people were expecting, which is great. Like, I'm really happy for it because I think that, you know, it's a 2D Metroidvania. It shouldn't take that long to make. But yeah, definitely keen to hear more about that. It looks like it has all the classic enemies in it.
Yeah.
And then the sort of big sneaky reveal there was Persona 6. They showed, again, reveal in quotes. They basically this was basically...
this is not a reveal. Fuck off.
No, this.
I have never been confused. But I'm just like, I know this is Persona, but why is this Persona?
I mean...
What the fuck is this?
People forget that, like, Shin Megami Tensei, you know, is supposed to be like a scary, fucked up kind of thing, and Persona was a spin-off, and this looks like it's kind of leaning more back towards that. Which I'm all for. This was definitely more of a tone piece. Again, we didn't see anything basically outside of a logo and some like scary looking stuff. But I think this was their like, yes, we're making it. Please leave us the fuck alone. Stop asking us about it. Trailer. Yeah. So hopefully it goes better than the Elder Scrolls one. I guess we'll see.
I was going to say 2 Persona reveals though in one showcase.
Yeah, well, we knew 4 was happening because they kind of did a similar reveal for 4 at the last one. Remember?
Yeah.
Where they showed off like a picture of it.
Like, you know, fans being happy.
Yes. Again, I'm super happy for this because obviously, I was saying to Shane and Kirby, like, don't forget, Persona 5 was a PS3 game. That's how long it's been since that game was. And obviously, you know, they've done re-releases and all that sort of stuff. But like, it's crazy how long we've gone between Persona games.
It's gonna be the fucking it's Resident Evil issue all over again.
Yes, yeah, you're probably right.
We just remake the first one and start all over again.
I think if they're going to remake anyone, they're probably going to remake. They'll remake. Well, they probably won't remake 5 because it's not that old. But maybe they go back and remake 2 and just pretend 1 didn't exist, because there was a rumor that they were actually doing a combined remake of 1 and 2, which I think is probably a smart idea. But those games have probably aged pretty roughly. So there's a lot of work to do there. We got a quick teaser trailer for Spyro: A Realm Beyond, coming next year. Again, this was Toys for Bob, so yeah, we were right. Toys for Bob kind of, even though they managed to break free from Xbox, they still basically got the work to build that, coming out next year, coming out for everything, which I think is really smart, because this will be like probably one that does quite well on PlayStation and Switch.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Clockwork Revolution, we finally got a release date for 2027, but this is also the other console exclusive, which is interesting. Looks really, really good. I think it's, again, like, I was already sold on this game. I'm glad we finally got a release date. They kind of structured it a bit more, so like how the story starts, and you kind of get an idea of like the character you're playing. And then they showed off Modern Warfare 4, and they showed off like DMZ mode, and did a little like cinematic. Definitely real people playing this game, guys, because this is how normal people talk to each other when they play these games. And that was it, basically.
I don't know how else you can like advertise an extraction shooter.
Yeah, I'm with you. It is.
But I kind of wish they just saved Modern Warfare 4 for like a week later and then done the reveal.
The reveal then, yeah.
It would have been a better note to go off of. Like, it just felt a bit flat.
A little bit.
Going back to Clockwork though, I was very excited over the in due time and then swapping to 2027.
Yeah, well, they've said in due time in the last 2 trailers they've done. So I'm glad they finally picked a date. Yeah.
I think it's going to be end of next year.
Yeah, definitely holiday next year, I think. Assuming GTA doesn't get delayed to a holiday next year, yeah.
Am I wrong in thinking that this showcase was shorter than previous years?
It was about an hour.
I usually feel like it's 90 minutes.
Yeah, because they did the Gears thing afterwards, and that was like another 20 minutes on top of that. So I think they just kind of...
But even like in the past, though, it's usually kind of gone up to about 2 hours. Or like close to 2 hours, and this felt like shorter.
You might be right. I mean, I think we have I'll have to check the VODs for back in the day, but...
The only reason I say that is because I think this showcase is probably my favorite. Like, I usually like the Xbox showcases, but this felt like, for the most bit, it went from strength to strength. And the only thing I wasn't really excited for was like DMZ and the DMZ at the very end.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
fair.
This article was actually missing Vivarium, which was that Ghibli-looking thing that was quite cute.
True. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, we kind of got a little thing of that.
Yeah, Nikita is like very excited for that one.
Yeah,
but it felt like a very well curated showcase.
I mean, this is Xbox's 25th anniversary. They have a lot of their big hitters coming out in terms of like their original franchises. You got a Halo next month. You had Forza last month. And you have Gears in October, and you got Fable in February. Like, it's a stacked year, and that's just the first party stuff. Yeah, for sure. They definitely have a lot to talk about.
The other thing I was going to mention too that I don't think you've put in the news was the fact that Asher Sharma and Xbox gave away the Xbox the X25 consoles to all the fans that were in that
in FanFest.
Where was it? Yeah, at the FanFest event.
Yeah, which is super cool.
They had to have the fan tag or something. Yeah.
So apparently they had to enter an IGN sweepstakes to be present at that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't go out to like influencers or media or anything. It just went out to fans.
Yeah, which is super cool. That's a really, really cool move. I'm very happy for them. Not bitter at all. That's great. That's great. Thanks, Asher. Yeah.
Look, we won the Hall of Fame. We can't.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
We've been there. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fair.
I feel like you get one free console a lifetime to be happy about.
Yeah, well, hopefully we get 2. Who knows? Okay, so let's talk about the elephant in the room, because I feel like you're right. This was a really good showcase, but the only thing people have been talking about is the console exclusivity piece, which was in Gears and is for Clockwork, and those are the only two games that are now console exclusive. I do have a quick news story here. There was a video that went up of Gears of War, them talking about it. They showed a video of it, and it had the splash screen, still had the PlayStation logo on it. So this was clearly a very last-minute decision that they decided to just pull that out.
So I check, to feed onto that story, I check gaming leaks and rumors subreddit quite often. And leading up to the showcase, the first few days before was famous, one of the most famous, infamous leakers of all time, Walmart Canada, or Walmart, leaked PS5 version of Gears of War.
Being ready for pre-order,
right? Yep. And then Jeff Grubb, one of the most, greatest head of hair, or not the greatest head of hair, depending on who you ask, also said, that's bullshit. It's console exclusive. It was so interesting to see the discourse between those two leading up to the people just going like pick a side leading up to the showcase.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't expect it.
I'm really excited as an Xbox fan to see like where we're going with all the changes that Asher Sharma has made. Because I feel like this kind of opens up a discussion around we can kind of have our cake and eat it too. We can have games like Spyro that makes sense to go to PlayStation. Games that like Forza Horizon that makes sense to go to PlayStation. Being multiplayer, being games that are like iconic on PlayStation as well, where there's an audience there and it's a smart move to put it there. But then also have situations where we can have Gears go to PlayStation for one game, but then be a console exclusive, in October. I know it wasn't the original strategy, but it like going back to, all right, we've got some Gears fans now on PlayStation. If they want to play it, they have to do it on PC. That's the other aspect of this. Anybody that doesn't want to buy an Xbox is just going to go to PC.
Yeah, sure. There was no way they were not going to put these games on PC, right? They do play play anywhere for all their stuff, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
In terms of like a development thing too, if it's all just stemming towards like the same kind of systems, then it makes sense. Clockwork though is an interesting choice.
Agreed. Well, I want to talk about the choices in a second. Kia, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I thought that everything that they put the PlayStation logo, I actually really respect that they still put the PlayStation logo on anything to be transparent. Like, that was one of the things where they wanted to make sure that things didn't have the PlayStation. Fans didn't want the PlayStation logo on things. Like,
people have been complaining about it
weeks ago, right? So, but where it makes sense, it stayed there. And the stuff like, for example, like Senua was on PlayStation, even before, what was it, before Xbox, even?
Yeah, they were the first Hellblade was, yeah,
Hellblade. And then, so, like, it just makes sense that there are things that were born of the time when it existed on both or on PlayStation before. All of that stuff makes sense. So the case-by-case stuff, I'm 100% down for that. And I think a majority of the stuff that they said should be on both is well worth being on both. Like, the Xbox exclusives should be, like... I even think that now that they've put Gears of War 1 over on PlayStation, that it's probably not something that they should do for E-Day, honestly. But obviously they could make that time, but this is obviously not coming... to PlayStation.
The fact is they came out and said that it was going to be like they're not going to hit PlayStation at all ever.
Well, what they said was they're not timed exclusives, which means they have no plans on bringing them to the other consoles. I don't think that ever stops them from doing it sometime in the future.
Yeah,
but I'm with you. It's not part of their strategy.
Yeah, The things that I want to see on Xbox as Xbox exclusives would be new things that build a legacy, like a new legacy on Xbox. If they've already made the transition to PlayStation, then that series is effectively done for. Like, make it multi-plat, whatever, at that point. Forza Horizon makes sense on PlayStation. Forza Motorsport, keep that on Xbox. Like I've said that before, right? So there are things where there is an overlap, but if they've done it, they should probably just do it. So I don't think they're getting anything out of keeping E-Day exclusive. So
yeah,
So we have a third bucket of titles, those titles that we have previously announced, previously committed with our partners, with players, with teams that have decided to maintain those commitments, referencing Fable and Halo Campaign Evolved.
Yeah, but also like the thing is like Senua is like again that's first party. That's going to come to PlayStation as well. Like it,
But then it's also a sequel, like.
But so is Gears.
Like
so is Gears. I mean, like I don't know, like it. I'm
but
with
is this a performance indicator that PlayStation did better with Hellblade, and it doesn't make sense to cut that?
But that's the thing.
This is all speculation, though. Is it a development? Is it a developer choice? Is it a case of we've had this conversation with our dev teams, and they say no, they want to be play? Like, I feel like there's a lot more.
I don't know. I mean,
choice.
If the developers got that much of a say in it, Jeff, like you were talking about Jeff Grubb. Jeff Grubb basically said that there is a PlayStation version of a Gears of War E-Day just sitting there that they're not going to release now. Like, it's not like they made this decision ages ago and were like, oh, we're just going to announce it as a big fuck you. They did the work and made a decision last minute to pull the plug on this. And I just feel like, in my opinion, the genie's already out of the bottle. I definitely see the value in exclusives, but the ones that they're picking, I just feel are very strange in terms of like, what do they expect for this? What is the key change? Do they expect to sell consoles for this?
Yeah.
Gears feels like more the nostalgia play of like, this is the Xbox 25th anniversary, and like that's what it feeds into. Clockwork to me just seems like such a strange choice.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, they want to. Yeah, they want to get the BioShock thing from Clockwork. I think if they can get that fed back into Xbox as kind of like a BioShock 1 was originally on Xbox and you couldn't play anywhere else, kind of like if they can get that kind of thing. But I would just want to say that like the fact that all of everything that's gone to PlayStation so far, like those franchises can go to the other platform because they've been on Xbox. They can feed making better games on Xbox that aren't those games.
Yeah, but I guess my point is like Gears is one of those games, right? Because Gears, like they released Gears 1, the remake of it, on PlayStation. So why would you then go, oh, the new one though, you can't play that?
Yeah, totally. Like, yeah.
It feels counterintuitive, and like maybe it's like the PlayStation strategy of we release one of those on the PC and then try and get people to buy PS5 to play the sequel because they love the series suddenly so much. But obviously that didn't work for them because they fucking pulled out a PC. Like it just feels like I don't understand, and I'm sure they've done the math and figured out like, well, we would have sold this many copies of this game, but based on how Gears 1 sold on PlayStation, here's how many we probably would have sold on PlayStation with E-Day. Are we willing to give those up in order to try and strengthen the brand and the sort of Game Pass Xbox ecosystem by basically giving up those sales?
I'm just really interested to see where they're going to choose their titles now.
Yeah. So
because the first thing that comes to mind is Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, so
if they make that console exclusive, that would be something that moves the needle.
Yeah, so the Xbox have kind of clarified that, like you said, so Matthew Ball, who is their CSO, I think is Chief Strategy Officer, basically was like, look, we are going to pick these on a case-by-case basis. Like you said, they reiterated that the timed exclusivity is not a thing. They are planning on just making these exclusive to console and PC, and that's it. And yeah, I think that they kind of said like it was important to do two titles, one that's coming up like soon and one that's going to be further out, to show that they're committed to this. This isn't just something they're doing for future stuff. This is something they're doing now. But I think the thing is that like when I said they can't put the genie back in the bottle, I think that the fact that Halo is going over to the PlayStation, but
then is this going to be the same case as Gears though? Like, all right, they've already made that commitment for Halo to come out on PlayStation,
but the next one doesn't.
It's a remake. Is this all right, let's remind the audience over on PlayStation. I'm just trying to think of the positive of the table, right? Maybe we get something like, does Gears E-Day have multiplayer? It would, wouldn't
yes,
it?
It does. Yes.
Okay. So then, Halo then, if Halo's going on PlayStation, it's not a live service or anything like that.
No, it's campaign only.
Yeah, it would be one of those. They've already announced that it's going to go out there. I would imagine the next Halo game then would definitely be coming back to Xbox.
I guess that would be
my thought process.
Right. And I think that's what we need to look at here is maybe what is stuff like the Senua thing is what threw me, right?
Yeah. Senua is the weird one because I would think, all right, 2 is good, but like having 3 would have really cemented Xbox's back in business. 1 would have been terrible because they would have, and anybody would have thought of it as a once-off.
Yeah. And to be fair, like
Forza Horizon Online, I have no issue going to another platform, but my mind keeps on going back to the Bethesda titles.
Sure.
Fallout 5, Elder Scrolls,
Doom,
those kind of games that you find out are going to be exclusives that have deeply embedded fan bases will be the kind of games that will get people to buy a console, or to the very least purchase on.
Well,
PC.
that is maybe my question for you guys. Is I guess there's 2 things here. I really think that first of all, this muddies the messaging, right? Because now every announcement that comes out, we have to go, okay, is this exclusive? Is it not? Which, to be fair, we were already doing because they never committed to saying everything was going to be cross-platform forever, right? Like Indiana Jones, they had to confirm it. Starfield wasn't originally going to be on PlayStation. Like they've been moving things across to there, but there's been no commitment to them to do that for everything, right?
I mean, the other thing too is like back in field days, it was the profit margin was what?
30%.
Like ridiculously high.
Yeah.
Whereas in Ashes is a lot more friendlier with her taking over, apparently. So then is it a case of, well, this is only working in the moment because, like, is it going to be a case that, that factors into it as well?
I guess my question here is that why would you do this? What is the rationale? If you were sitting there as a CEO of the company, why would you make this decision? Obviously there's a numbers reason for it, of course, right? Because obviously you wouldn't do it without some financial backing and understanding of what it's going to cost. Mm-hmm. But why would you put Gears and Clockwork to be games that are exclusively for an Xbox console or PC? Like, what?
Because
what
there's
do you want
nothing else close enough to that.
Yeah. So going through the whole list, all right, Fable's already been announced.
They've already confirmed, yeah.
They're not going to go back on a commitment.
Yeah.
Same thing with Halo.
Yeah.
Resonance Persona 4, State of Decay 3. I don't know if that had already been announced, but there's a that's kind of like a live service game where you would want to get that co-op and crossplay in.
That's still far enough out that they might make that exclusive. Who knows?
They could totally do that.
But that trailer has PS5 in it.
Okay, yeah. So again, it's not.
Okay. Sea of Thieves, non-starter. Metroid, not ours. Warlong, not ours. Cult, not ours. Senua, we've discussed that. Doom Eternal's just getting
DLC.
The console exclusive.
Yep, for now.
That's the third one. There you go.
Yep.
Minecraft Dungeon 2, I don't think same kind of argument. Crossplay.
Everywhere.
They already announced it too as well.
Minecraft is like one of the biggest IP in the world. Doesn't make sense.
Not. Yeah.
Flight Sim already in Spyro's fan base heavily PlayStation. It's got a history there. It doesn't make sense to make it a console exclusive.
It would do very well on the Switch. I'm sure it'll sell gangbusters on there.
Clockwork Revolution makes sense.
Does it though?
I mean, considering you go for every other game here.
I mean, if you look at it in Exile though,
the second title, Clockwork makes the most sense out of every other one there, to me.
I guess so. If we're only thinking about because they haven't already committed to releasing on PlayStation already.
Yeah, I kind of think do the dick move, say Fable, if you really want to play dirty.
Yeah, but they made the commitment.
Considering how they are as a company, I don't.
I guess the proof in the pudding will be whatever comes out next. What do they do with it? Because they've kind of said in these statements that it's a case-by-case basis. Which is, again, exactly what Phil said when he said what was going to be going not exclusive. You know? They were like, oh, there's no red line. We'll do case-by-case of what goes over to PlayStation. Now they've completely turned around and gone, oh, no, now we could do a case-by-case on what's not going to PlayStation.
Yeah. So the really interesting stuff in the future will be the stuff that we know is eventually going to come down the line, like the remakes of Fallout 3, New Vegas. Mm-hmm. If they go, all right, we're going to make them kind of console. I mean, it's never really truly going to be console exclusive because it's going to go to PC as well.
But PC, again, just basically not on PlayStation.
Essentially not on PlayStation. But I mean, I think in terms of games that have been announced but have still ways out, I think something like Elder Scrolls 6 would be one of those ones that would definitely
that is the question
move the needle. Fable would have been a really good one, but considering that's already gone, I don't think anything that's like a sequel like Minecraft Dungeons 2 would have been good, but I don't think it makes sense if you already established the first game on that.
Maybe.
That's why I'm kind of like the same with Hellblade. It's just weird that they just dropped Hellblade from the name.
Yeah,
It depends on the scale of that game, though.
But I also don't feel like this is going to sell consoles, right? Like another news story I saw is that they can barely keep up with production for them right now. You know?
Yeah.
Like I don't. Yeah. And Gears of War is Gears and Clockwork. I mean, you think about Clockwork. I'm very excited for it, but it's made by an Exile, right? Like they're known for doing Wasteland games. They're like a niche developer. Yeah. I'm very excited for Clockwork, but I'm worried about what kind of mass appeal that game's going to have, and is it the kind of thing that people buy consoles for? Because if not, then what are you doing?
So I think the dick move would be make the in-house Bethesda games exclusive.
Yeah,
which means your pillar games,
your next Wolfenstein,
for Xbox only. Yeah. So your Wolfenstein, your Doom, making Doom Xbox. So you're getting those things in. You know, we're not talking about the current Doom that's released and stuff like that. We're like the things that would make
the next cycle of games. Yeah, I get you.
But then there's the other things, that Bethesda make that fill the gaps that could. So like the pillar games stay, the little ones trickle over to the other platforms, and then bring the revenue back to.
But this is my messaging problem, right? Like, how do you explain that to someone who's going to go buy a console, right? I just feel like it's really muddy that they don't have a nice. Like, it's really hard for me to go, okay.
This is always the issue.
It's always the issue, right? Is exactly because Xbox is so huge and they own so many studios, and they've got Bethesda over here, and they've got Activision over here, and they've got their own game studio stuff over here, and it's like, okay, cool. If it was like, okay, anything that's under Activision is multi-platform. Anything that's under Xbox is just Xbox, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like some sort of delineation.
That's where my mind's going as well. Anything that they heavily use Xbox Game Studios as a main reveal kind of aspect of these trailers, right? My mind, use Bethesda. Bethesda was such a smart acquisition. Use Bethesda as it, because I can't think of a single Activision Blizzard game that they're bringing that is that justifies being it. Because you're going to have your CODs, you're going to have your...
Yeah, COD's always going to be multi-plat. Legally has to be.
Yeah. Everything from Activision Blizzard kind of seems like it's always going to be multi-plat. And it would be
Yeah.
They kind of trialed it with the Game Pass stuff and all that. Like whether it pulls numbers.
Are they still making Blade?
I was going to say Blade was one of the things that
apparently it was canned, but that Jeff Grubb came out and said, "No,
it's still around." But
well, I mean, it was canned. It talked about canned because Arcane was doing it right, but
because Arcane Austin got shut down after.
But yeah, anything Bethesda ZeniMax outside of Fallout 76 and ESO should be used as a way to push Xbox as a console exclusive.
Maybe, right? But I guess exactly. Like some way to basically put a wall there so you know if something's being published by this developer or this publisher that it's exclusive.
I mean, do they use something like OD and just make it a console exclusive? Like, are they going to go to third party? And I don't...
But they have so much first party. You know, they bought so many studios.
It doesn't make sense, but like I'm just saying as an
I
example.
get you. I guess my thing is here is that it just feels really short-sighted because they're like, are they just doing this to try and strengthen the brand? Because I feel like Gears is the wrong pick for that. I feel like they should have just let Gears go.
Gears is a nostalgia pick. I don't think Clockwork has enough pull.
Agreed. But they've already blown their load with fucking having a Halo and a Gears, a Forza, and a Fable all in roughly, within like less than 12 months of each other.
Yeah.
And all of those, except now for Gears, at the last minute were going to go to PlayStation. So
what else do we have coming though?
But that's what I say. Like, I don't know what else is coming. Like, I'm assuming there's a new Wolfenstein.
Okay. So, yeah, imagine new Wolfenstein, Halo.
New Halo. Yep, there's a Halo they're working on.
Halo would make sense. I'll just keep going back to it. Elder Scrolls.
Yep, sure.
Fallout 5.
Fallout 5's no. There's no Fallout 5. Like that's not till because they're not going to start working on it until they finish Elder Scrolls 6. So that's not going to be till next generation at the earliest.
I'm just saying like games that could potentially be consoles exclusives though that I would say making sense.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
The real it's
like
I don't know if I'm more leaning on the side of like fanboying though when I say something like Elder Scrolls 6 though. If it has an established fan base on another platform.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I'm just saying if they're gonna talk the talk, they need to walk the walk.
Yeah, they're going to have to make some hard decisions, and they're going to lose a lot of money doing it because the thing is that like cutting out the base.
Then does it increase the console slate? Like, does it?
And I don't think it will. I think it's too late. But I feel like they're trying to do something. This is what I'm saying. Like genie's out of the bottle. Like I feel like them going, but no, Gears. We have Gears and we've got Clockwork, and you're like, no, bro, it's too late. Halo's going to Halo is going to PlayStation. Like it's done. You fucked it. Like.
Yeah, so I think that there just needs to be a perspective change with this, right? So if you think about, like, it's like, what are the pillar games for Xbox? You know, you've got your Halo, you've got all, Fable, like, the Gears, these things pillar for Xbox. But if they're everywhere, they're the pillar of modern gaming in terms of, like, what Xbox is
that's what they were trying to do, right? Yeah,
right?
That's what Phil's strategy was.
Yeah. So you've got the pillars of modern gaming on everything, and then you're building the brand up, and then Microsoft is everywhere, and then that's kind of thing. So, and if that overwhelms everyone else, then it's just like you can play the best game. Like it's the whole you can play the best games wherever.
Yeah, but
you can play the pillars of Xbox of gaming of modern gaming wherever, and then Xbox exclusives. So
but then it's like what's left for Xbox exclusives, because there'll be nothing that people want to play, nothing that'll get mass market appeal, and then they're going to become Sega. That again, like it's the thing where everyone was like, oh my god, Xbox is getting out of the console game, and it feels like this exclusive thing feels like a token effort to try and grab people, but it's like it just feels very I don't know. Again, we only know 2 games. There's reasons for the previous commitments. We don't know everything that's going on behind the scenes. If this was like, hey, guess what? All Halo, Fable, and Gears are all actually staying console exclusives. Fuck you. I would be like, okay, cool. They're making a big push.
Yep.
And they're
like, nuh-uh.
They're like, no, actually, you know what? Console exclusives are important. We're going to reinvest in this. But the fact that they've let those go, And I understand why they let those go, because they've spent money on the development and they've already got deals in place. But I feel like it's too little too late. And I just don't think I don't think these two games are going to move the needle. As much as I love Gears, I don't think Gears is going to sell a single Xbox. I'll be honest.
I agree with that, actually. Yeah.
I think it's going to be great. I'm sure I'm going to really, really enjoy it. It'll be a fucking awesome game. Yeah. But I don't think it's going to convert anybody.
I kind of wonder, like, if the stuff around the hardware, like whether they could have just like postponed this to the next generation. But then I guess it also is worrying about
if there is going to be a next generation at this rate. I mean, I didn't put it in the news, but there have been talks. One of the things that got kind of brought up was what next generation looks like, again, definitely check out the Games Business live event for Some Games Fest, because that conversation with Matthew Ball was really interesting, because he asked him a lot of questions around like, what does that mean for consoles? What does that mean for next gen? And they're talking about like having to like redo all of their numbers and everything, because they're like, well, we don't actually like, things have changed in terms of like when their plans have changed and they already have to, and so these
we're still sitting in the same ecosystem as the Xbox One on our Xbox consoles.
Yep, and there are still games coming out for the Xbox One. This is the first time COD won't be on an Xbox One since it launched. Like, that's crazy to think about. It's 2026. Anyway.
We'll be
I think that's pretty much it for the news. Again, it's been a very, very interesting week. Lots of stuff going on. The exclusivity argument is definitely getting a lot of pull online. I can't wait to hear how this sort of shapes up, and once it turns, like, does this turn into a strategy, or is this more of Xbox kind of not knowing what to do and just kind of like flailing its arms? Because it feels like they've been doing a lot of that over the last 2 years. All right. Game Pass updates. Cameron, do you mind reading through those? I'm losing my voice.
So Game Pass updates. We've had Hurdling, Total Chaos, Solar Punk, Undisputed, Persona 5 Royale come out. We've got June 11th, Bistro, which I think looks pretty cool. I'm going to play that. Frog Squad, Starseeker Astronomer Expeditions. And then June 16th, we've got Jugstar. Leaving, we have Jurassic World Evolution 2, Lost and Random, The Eternal Die, Warhammer 40k, Space Marine, The Master Crafted Edition, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World Game, Complete Edition, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, and Splitgate Arena Reloaded. Leaving. God, that is a mouthful.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
Why do I pick all the long name games to leave Game Pass at the same time? Bullshit.
We also have the Patreon, patreon.com/HallOfGamers. If you want to help support the show, a huge thank you to Old Mate Clown, Cavalier07, Hack and Pone, Kung Fu Skills, Happy Moogles, Admiral Awesome, Natolan Edit, Lee Howard, Left for Legacy, and Venoms AU. We literally could not afford to do the show without you guys, so thank you all so much. We really appreciate it. All right.
I think we got the monthly theme then, don't we?
Yes.
The Bimestral Burden is continuing our every 2 month theme. So for May and June, it's still one and done. So play games that are completely standalone, no prequels, sequels, or spin-offs, and games that died in the house fire that you just want to just play it. They're not making any more. Just play that one.
Yep. I don't know. Have you guys been looking at any like standalone stuff recently?
Dude, I've been playing that. Still been playing that. The End Is Now. It's the one I talked about last week. And man, I've got some stuff to say on that. Obviously, I'll save it to the next time. But it is such a good game. That is the game that I've been. Yeah. So yeah, there's a few things. There's a lot of stuff. Sorry.
Does Lego 2K Drive count?
Yeah, I think that probably counts. It's not. It's
a spin-off. It's a spin-off of every racing game that ever existed.
It's a spin-off. Lego. I mean, Lego is a franchise, but
but it is.
Gray area. Yeah. I live in the gray
technically, area. I reckon we could probably give you that one because 2K Drive doesn't exist in any other form.
Yeah, exactly.
Really
it's not a spin-off of an existing racing game, so I think it's probably okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and it died in a house fire, so it's dead. So, yeah.
All right. Also, before we leave, we've got the word challenge, which everyone's favorite competition, where you come up with a game. Kirby comes up with a game, and you go and guess what it is in the Discord channel. We get a clue each week, and if you win, you get some money. I have figured out what it is, but, or at least I think I have. But because I won last time, I won't guess. I'll let other people guess, so I want to be fair. But the clues are, this famous family's cousin sees things from a different perspective. It's over 9,000 for now. Scorpio baby and solid steel shotgun bullets. So get your guesses in. That last clue makes it very obvious.
Does it though?
It really does. So you get your guesses in. Be very keen to see who wins that. As much as I want to just ruin it for everyone, this is a fun competition.
Come on, Red Ninja Dan.
Yeah, Red Ninja, you're in the chat. Moonzom, you're in the Moonzom. Get it. He's in the chat.
Get on it. Yeah.
We also have the leaderboards. In third place, we have Thrash Forever with 12,525. Northern Lass with 16,896. And a Grey Shark with 45,879. Jesus Christ. All right, good job, guys. Completions. Keo, do you want to go through those?
All right. Yes. So we have Spice has completed Riven and Echo Generations 2. Is that out?
Yeah, I've been playing it.
Okay, cool. Bulbasaur has done Crash Trilogy. Nice one. That's a good
work,
one.
Yeah.
Ikaronikins has done 007 First Light. Shane / Firehawk D has done Achilles Survivor. Scooby-Doo did Mixtape. Shadowed Sly did Need for Speed Rivals. Which version? Nobody knows. The Admiral Awesome did Elder Scrolls Online.
That's
Was that a completion?
Yeah, he completed Elder Scrolls Online, which is crazy. So congratulations to him for that. Obviously, he's a big supporter of the show, one of our patrons and one of our big subscribers on the Twitch. So a huge shout out to him. Good job,
Shout
mate.
out. Yeah, some big ones this time around. Mike 3D did World of Tanks Heat. That's the most recent release, I believe. I didn't know that was out either, actually. Just did I don't know, some game on PlayStation. Rapture did Dead Zone Rogue. Venoms did Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. The Natolinated did Monster Jam Steel Titans. Jeez. And Professor Pluto did Luna and Biz.
That's what, guys. Some good completions this week.
Yeah.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the show. A bit of a long one. I know I apologize for it being a listicle, but there was just so much to talk about. It's even for Summer Games Fest, it's been a crazy week. Like, there's been a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people waiting with bated breath. And we'll see what happens with the Nintendo conference tomorrow. Anything you want to share, Cameron?
Nah, I'm just going to wait till September. I'm going to play a game. I'm going to do backlog till September, and I'm going to play other games.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen, I guess.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Kia, what about you?
No, I just need to stop playing co-op and games and just do single player shit, but that's not going to happen. So hit me up. Just let me know what you're playing, and maybe there's something.
Yeah, great.
Cool.
And I'm Neomaster on everything, True Achievements, Xbox, and Discord. As always, a huge thank you to my wonderful co-hosts for sitting through all this, and our co-hosts who couldn't be here with Shane, Jake, and Char for being fantastic support, and our patrons and listeners. Yes,
Plug Char's thing.
Yes, Char is doing Sweat with Pride for June, and is looking for donations. So get on there. I think if you donate like very soon, I think for like today or whatever, they double it. They're matching whatever donation you do.
Next 4 hours and double it.
Yeah, so definitely get in there if you can. If you're listening live, we'll probably try and post a link in this chat or whatever. But support if you can. It all goes towards a fantastic cause. But yes, a huge thank you to everyone. We'll be back with a regularly scheduled episode shortly. Catch you guys next week. See you later.
Peace.
Bye, everyone.